there wasn't really much story behind it. Supposed to drink tea. Yeah, there wasn't much story behind it, so it didn't really capture my my kind of attention for too long. It's no theme hospital, yeah, exactly. I got pretty far into it. I didn't play any of the expansions though. I saw they released an expansion, not an expansion, like a DLC for like something to do with feet, Bigfoot or something. Can't remember.
Tell me something about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He's what they call the provost. He'd like to bring back solemnity to the monastery through reform and by returning to pure faith. A lovely idea, but most of the monks are against it.
You don't have the DLCs, okay.
Today's food.
Well, that's all.
Do in that kitchen.
So I think Siskin might be the guy, but we'll see.
Peace be with you.
Depends on his responses. We talked to Lucas. We talked to Yodok and Antonius.
Brother, you were somewhere you shouldn't have been. Don't you know your place? Don't you know where you're permitted to enter and where your presence is forbidden?
I accept my punishment.
Very well, brother. I accept my punishment.
Now, show me what you have on you. I must confiscate anything that's not allowed.
We don't have anything. We literally have nothing. Oh, wow. We get put in the hole because we accidentally went into a different place? Jeez. You're serving jail time. For walking into a place we shouldn't? How have I been? I've been very, very good, thank you. We've been playing Half-Life 2 in anticipation of the end of the month when Half-Life Alyx is coming out, the VR game. And I've also been playing this pretty steadily. I'm at like 60 odd hours now. What I'm looking to do is play Half-Life Alyx at the end of the month and also Doom Eternal. So hopefully when those get released,
while I was locked up, someone was making quite a racket in the cellar. Blind drunk, I'm sure of it. I wonder what's been going on.
Interesting. Knowing how you play, you'd be better get used to this place. You love Half-Life 2. It is an amazing game. It was great to get back to it. I've also played Half-Life 1 and all the expansions, and I also played Black Mesa as well. You have a Half-Life tattoo? Wow. I love Half-Life. It's brilliant.
Salve.
John.
Be well.
Stibor. Can we talk to these guys?
I'm Gregor and I'm new.
I know.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that everything is the way it should be.
When it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require correction, will you, brother?
You'll come here to watch Alex. You're so excited, but you don't have a VR. Yeah, I bought... I've literally only pretty much bought this once my camera... There we go. The Valve Index, specifically for Alex. As soon as it was announced, I was all in. I can't wait. It's such a barrier to entry, though. I don't blame you for not having a VR headset. Slight drop in frames. Whoops. Yeah, it's annoying. I kind of half wish that they would release it with a non-VR element to it, but you can kind of understand Valve wanting to sell headsets because that's their headset, and they have completely sold out of those headsets, which is interesting. But yeah, that is at the end of the month, the 23rd, I think. The first one is so difficult, proper good, challenging game. Yes, the the only problem with the first game that I found replaying it was that it hasn't aged very well. So it loses some elements of horror that originally it had when I played it when I was very, very young. Because the graphics aren't great, the sound is kind of dated. It's not, you don't get the same immersion as you do playing something like Black Mesa, which is a fantastic game. And the remaster really does capture that horror element of the game, of how I imagine it should have been. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed playing Black Mesa. It was great. You tried last year. All the scientists kept glitching. I faced so many bugs on my playthrough. Yeah, it's tough. I think the first 5 minutes, even before Gordon sets off the experiment, there was a scientist hovering above his workstation, sat like this, typing away, but like he was like 15 feet off the ground. The bit with the conveyor belts killed you the first time. It's annoying part of that bit, especially with the little things that spit at you at the floor. I don't really want to ask this guy anything. I made the accident of playing the Source version as well. I thought it would be nice to play it with updated graphics, but the Source version has even more bugs in it than I imagined there would be. It was very buggy. Who's singing? Oh. Am I supposed to do that? Wait, we have documents we're supposed to read, don't we? Don't we have everyday labors? I can't see that. Who's that? Siskin. We haven't talked.
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
It's a really hard game for people to get into the first time. It is, yeah. It's difficult. That's why I kind of we were talking about it when I was playing Half-Life 2 the other week. That if I was to recommend anybody getting into Half-Life, I'd recommend Black Mesa. It's a fantastic remaster of a brilliant game, and it actually has some brilliant kind of challenges for people playing it the first time. And Half-Life 2 really stands up even to this day. Although I can't get the VR version working, which is annoying. There's a little option that says VR enabled, and I click it, and it doesn't do anything, which annoys me because I've got the equipment to play it. So I'm just playing it normally. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Are you spying on me? Well, dear Gregor, I don't like that at all.
Hold your horses. I was passing by and saw you here.
It's no big terrible secret.
Ravenholm,
really, it isn't.
yeah.
I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
There's so much in Alex that I'm looking forward to. The other day I saw that they've got certain what they call it, certain things in the game, like they're interactive. So like with the Valve Index, it's got these knuckle controller things that these things can sense like how hard you grip. So in the game, in Alex, you can pick up like a bottle or something and grip it, and you can actually crush the bottle, so it will look crushed. There's so many tiny little elements to the game. It's going to be fantastic. Is Doug back in it? I wouldn't want to spoil it, But I watched a video the other day that said that there were some data mined objects in the game that could mean dog is back in it. But we don't know anything, really. It could be, could not be, don't know. I just go and read during services. There's no time. Otherwise, I mean, at other times, I don't get to read what I like. I keep it on the slab, so I don't find it. Actually, I don't care.
Actually, I don't care. God save.
Actually, I don't give a shit. Oh, don't worry about it, Amy. No, it's cool. It's I didn't realize you liked Half-Life that much. It's good to find another person that does. Will you tell me something about yourself?
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Are you hiding something?
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka of Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
You needn't have come here if you didn't want to.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive...
They must have figured out who robbed them.
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder?
Indeed so.
Okay, so this guy is pious.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
That's all I wanted to...
Please, keep it to yourself. Especially the part about the coin.
I'm still curious about the stash.
I'm still curious about this treasure trove of yours.
It's no big, terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean...
I'll leave you be.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry.
Thank you. And please...
So, maybe his coin is with the books? Entrust him with searching for pious. How is it that you get no penance for missing mass?
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing morning prayers?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time. No one's too awake at that time of the morning.
I think I'm supposed to be in morning mass.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices. Tell me about Antonius.
Oh, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
Yodok's nice as well.
I'm interested in Yodok.
What could interest you about him? He's a no-good rat.
Oh.
He'll turn you in for the price of a turnip. I'd bet my life that if he wasn't here, he'd be a cumin scout, bowing and scraping for a few groschen.
That doesn't sound too flattering.
It wasn't meant to. No matter what you do here, watch out for him. He's got his eye on everyone, and he'll rat on you for even the slightest of infractions.
Yeah, I'm definitely going back to jail, aren't I?
What can you tell me about Lucas?
It's a tricky situation with Lucas.
Singing
no one really
stopped,
knows
so I
anything
definitely
about
missed
him.
mass.
I've tried so many times to talk to him, but he always backs away like a virgin on a wedding night.
That's all. Thanks.
Pius seems quite nice.
Who would you elect, Abbot, if you could?
Most likely Nevlas. He's a fine fellow and he seems honest. But, truth be told, it doesn't matter much to me. A monastery will still be a monastery, no matter who's in charge. If you really want to talk more about it, ask Antonius. He seems to have taken an interest.
Okay.
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks, eh? I won't ask what for. My advice is to try Brother Solarius.
Solarius, okay. Well, I'm going to leave it there. But, it's still night, so I don't know what I could have missed. They said I was free of things for one day, right? I can't read it. It's too dark. Maybe here? Ah, here we go. Brother novices, following the schedule to describe the daily activities you attend in your first 2 years, first years at a monastery, order and discipline, any violations of the schedule, thus marked, shall... What? I'm reading it. Start of the day. Morning prayer at 4. So what time is it? Right, I've missed morning prayer. Great. Work in the freightory. Assigned by Brother Neverless. Okay. What's the freightory? The guy didn't show me this. Oh god. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm still trespassing as well. Or is this... Is this... the... trespassing icon at the top because I'm not... I don't get it. I'd like to pay attention to my daily schedule, but I don't know where that would be.
Salve. Be well.
I guess somebody's going to tell me I'm supposed to go to prison or whatever. Salve. There's not going to be lockpicks around here, is there? Is Cornelius here? I think eating was optional though, wasn't it? Yeah. I think the next thing is working in the fraternity. Brother Cornelius.
What is it, brother?
I'm looking for something a little unorthodox.
And what would that be?
I need to get a weapon, I need to get some wine, I'm looking for a lockpicks, nothing really. Ooh, okay.
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lockpicks? And...
I'd like to practice opening locks.
I'd like to...
Just for fun. Pull the other one, brother. It's got bells on.
Damn. Can we pickpocket him? That might be a bad thing to do. Really? What? Time is it now? It's 6. Oh, this is annoying me. Oh. This is the library, isn't it? Yeah, this is not the frattery. Wait, I've got a thing, haven't I? Talk to Brother Solaris, he might be able to get a few useful things.
What do you desire?
I'd like to ask,
Who's in charge?
who's in charge?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always traveling, and on top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then we elect a new one.
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Yes, there are. Brothers John
We know
and
all this.
Why does it matter so much?
Because the future direction of the monastery, the older brothers...
The Rule of Saint Benedict.
I'd like to ask...
No.
I'm looking for...
And what?
I'm looking...
Luck?
What is it to you?
What's it to you?
Peace, brother. There's no need to get all worked up. So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you?
Ha!
I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks. Can't say fairer than that, can I?
Huh? What? Get me a bite to eat? He's eating already. I think there was like bread or something around here, wasn't there? Cheese and bread. There you go. Beet, bread, carrots, onion, salt. Whoop.
What would you like?
No.
Talk to me, brother.
Sell.